Forex market, guys, welcome back. Tuesday morning today. We're looking at the pound versus the New Zealand dollar because we feel that something is cooking up here. Straight from our watch list, this one is equally interesting for both directions. We love that when we see such a situation. But basically, we have a higher time frame system coming from the weekly chart. Here it is, the black system. This black support and resistance system. Obviously, you can see it's been engulfing price action ever since 2019, late 2019. Ever since then, we've had a few back and forth here, 3 to be exact. And we suspect that price might be turning around. This is like a critical moment for this formation, right? Price just landed on that 91.37. Touched base, even slightly broke a little bit. By the way, that was nicely filtered out by the monthly chart. So and now we see prices bottoming out, right? Because it was obviously moving downwards for quite some time, and in the previous few weeks it's been trading sideways, right? Not without punching that 91.38 for a few times. Especially last week. Check this out. Very suspicious, to say the least. We think price may be turning around, right? But here's the situation. So we have this bigger system coming from the weekly chart. Now I'm going to take you right inside this part, right? We're going to zoom in, and we're going to see that we have a second scale, a second trading range. In this case, a lower scale, key level system. That's the blue one. That pretty much represents this particular formation ever since the beginning of July. Even the 6th of July roughly, that was the move all the way up, followed by a down sign. That was the second one, and right now we had the third, right? This is the system. We have 92.45, which is our official trigger, by the way. We suspect price could either turn around for another leg, which is probably a little more likely than the other scenario. Now we can see 92.45 already made a statement as being a tough support. That was just yesterday when price was trying to drill, but it eventually bounced back up, just to show you that's a stiff support. But it doesn't mean it's not going to be successful, right? It might actually be successful today, right? And if it will, so we're going to try to hunt this move, right? We're going to try to chase a relatively short-term move here to 90.85, back to 90.85, which is pretty much where it came from, right? We need a break below 92.45. Just a daily breakdown confirmation will be enough to jump in. 91.37 is a secondary target, but final destination and primary target 90.85. On the flip side, again, we have this big picture scenario where we think price is, turning around, right? Having this full-fledged upside reversal, meaning it's going to go up big time. But that's long-term perspective. We've just zoomed in and talked about the short-term perspective. But let's just imagine that this will be turning around now and heading straight to 96.78. In that case, what we'll have is a break above and outside of that blue system, namely 93.88. That's the last resistance here, right? That's the top resistance. So once price begin to push away from 92, let's say it's not going to break down, right? Like it didn't break down yesterday. Let's just imagine it's not going to be successful breaking down. In fact, we'll have price beginning to push itself away from that area, approaching that 93.88. Will already be very suspicious about a breakout. And then once we have that breakout, right, we can start to chase this move from 93.88 to 96.78, and just basically break down the whole upside trend into a few separate steps. That's going to be one of them. All right, so yeah, we're very excited about this. We're gonna follow up very closely obviously on the situation here, ready to pull the trigger to either way, right? We'll be back soon to follow up on the situation, and we'll tell you how, things ended up here. All right, that's about that for this one. We'll be back with the next video. Take care.